Hi there, beautiful souls. It's me, Crystal B. So, welcome to this reading. All right. Let's see, Capricorn. It's been a very difficult, struggling time for you. Okay. But not to worry, not to worry. So the reason for this like heavy burden that you're feeling right now is this Ten of Wands. It's urging you to stay the course, but it's like a heavy emotional sort of burden, if you will. But it's less emotional and it's more about this like very strong force of energy that's a creative force. It's a think of it like Star Wars. Like you are one with the Force, like a Jedi. You're a Padawan. You're studying, you're shifting, you're learning, you're absorbing, and while I do think there are emotions are involved, it's something that you are trying to balance between emotion and logic. The wands, I think, is always that, like finding that grounding, finding that balance. Um, Anyways, I'll explain. Slow progress. That's why I love tortoise. Slow progress. Be patient and enjoy the journey as you go along. Rest, reset. I'm getting reset. Maybe that's like the word of the day, Capricorn, or maybe that's the word of the month for you Capricorns. Persist and time out. Okay. I'm a Capricorn, so maybe that's why I'm getting reset, because it's definitely been a reset type of year for me. Oh, we got the Page of Wands, Will Ferrell, the Midwest. Oh my gosh, this is so funny with the cactuses. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, I love it. Oh man, that's classic. Okay. Then we have here paradox. Yes, the paradox, the shift. Okay, we have a lot of clarifying this life situations, which I love these cards, but they can be a little bit salty, they can be a little savage, but here we go. Veil of illusion. Lift the veils of illusion, seeking truth beneath the surface to navigate through love and career and authentically. Okay, and we have seek the truth, embrace clarity as revelations unfold, keep an open mind for answers, illuminate the path to understanding. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Pathfinder, trust your inner compass to illuminate your path through love and career, revealing direction of your soul wishes to explore. Notice how the compass looks like the paradox card. I love this. Okay. And then we have trust your path, listen to intuition, seek direction, and embrace discovery. Oh, answers reveal the journey within. The journey within. Okay. Yeah, that explains this paradox. Okay. As always, whenever I think of a compass, I always go straight to Pirates of the Caribbean. And I always think about the significance of that compass that, Jack Sparrow was, that was his prized possession. Okay. Hold on a second. All right. So then we have here Harbor of Peace. Okay. And remember, that was like the theme here that's coming through is like, it's okay. Like, take time with this. Like, it's a process. Okay. And I think the biggest, like, stress factor is like you being like, is this the right path? It is the right path, Capricorn. Okay, so be patient with yourself. Um, Find serene refuge in the peaceful embrace of the gentle harbor, allowing tranquility to still your waters. Serene heaven. Embrace tranquility as your refuge, where serenity blossoms and peace enfolds your beginning. Okay? Okay, I was just talking about Pirates of the Caribbean too, and there's a boat and a compass. So then we have here flame of passion. Let the flames of your passion light your way, but be mindful of the fires. They may ignite in your journey. Ignite ambition, pursue desires with drive, and face consequences bravely. Keep an open mind as answers reveal your journey. as they reveal your journey. Okay, so that's what you're on. Is you're on a journey, and this igniting flame of passion, and that's what wands represent. And then you have the Ace of Wands, which is the spark. Okay, the start of something here. All right, and then you have the Sun card. Again, it's like, hello, the Sun. What? It's you are definitely at the center of this. Okay, the center of this paradox, at the center of this journey, at the center of this piece. You know, you see a woman figure meditating here in a position of meditation here, and the sun is very brightly shining above her, and the sunflowers are growing behind her. This is a sign that you've already planted these seeds of success. Okay, and the sunflowers also show up in the Queen of Wands card. Okay, so you're becoming one with yourself, you're becoming one with your journey, you're becoming one with your spiritually like divine self, and it's scary. I'm not gonna lie, it is a little bit scary and frightening, Capricorn, and we try to play cool and collected and calm Capricorn energy, but underneath it, it's like there's this fire brewing, there's this passion, this creativity that just like wants to shine like the sun and burst forth. And then we have here the Eight of Pentacles, and we have the woman artist painting all these different pentacles. Okay, so you are painting, okay, or planting, like, you know, you're a Capricorn, so you're very grounded energy, but it's interesting when you're a Capricorn, but you're also an artist, because I don't feel like Capricorns are typically seen as artists. I feel like they're typically seen as like political figures or like lawyers or doctors or something like that. But just because that might be like your title or your profession or whatever, you know, that doesn't mean you don't have like this very sensitive emotional side to you. And it's interesting, Capricorn, because if you're an artist and you're creative, that's where you make your pentacles. That's where you plant the seeds of success. That's where you see the hard work and the craftsmanship of your efforts paying off, is in your creative, passionate side. And that is very in line, that's very much in alignment with the sun energy, because you're using your stance on meditation and peacefulness and patience and calmness in order to basically manifest this fiery, passionate side. It's very, very interesting. And then we have my compass cards. Okay. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Lovers. Okay. So there's that kind of contrast you see going on a little bit, where the Lovers is, you know, a very interesting perspective on the, you know, modern take of a romantic involvement or a soulmate connection. Okay. And often at times what we see is a reflection of ourselves and a mirror of ourselves. And this Six of Pentacles is telling me that you are willing to share your resources, willing to share your financial success. Oh, I'm looking at the Lovers card. But yeah, you're willing to share your success with others that are less fortunate than you. But I feel like it has something to do with your own fortune, like your own, you know, financial sort of like, the scales. Like you see this man, he's holding scales. So it's like sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. And I feel like when you're up, you are very generous with your pentacles, and you do want to like give to those less fortunate than you. You also want to like be fair about it, and like how you be fair about it is something is connected here with this Lover's energy. Okay, which is the Lover's card is the Gemini card. So it's interesting. And the sun is shining behind this angel too. So I feel like you're being given that like, go forth, you know, like I feel like this angel is like sort of blessing this union, or blessing this, maybe it's love, self-love, but it's like self-mastery. It's something to do with like giving that loving, kind energy, to others. And it might not be so romantic. Like it might not be like it could be a soulmate connection, but I don't, when the Pentacles and it's Six of Pentacles, I'm thinking it's more like, You want to be generous with your love. That's what I'm getting. You want to be generous with your positivity and your happiness. Okay? Intuition, heart song, telepathy, inner knowing. Whoa, powerful Capricorn. There's that heart sign, that neon bright heart sign shining bright there. Okay. Yeah, you're trusting your intuition. Okay. Now, the reason for this is because Three of Swords. You've had your heart broken in the past. Rain all around her. You've cried 1,000 tears, probably 1,000,000 tears by now. For every tear that you've cried over a broken heart, a lost love, or a lost connection to someone you really truly had, your heart was invested in, you probably shed like 1,000,000 tears, honestly. You'd be a millionaire by now if you had $1 for every tear you shed. But that's the thing, though, is like, now that you know the worth and the value of those tears, you have that clarity you need to see how it's affected you and how you have felt and how you're able to release that. You've gone into this place now where you have clarity over your feelings. You have clarity over your emotions. You know what heartache feels like. You know what pain and suffering feel like. Okay? And that's the veil of illusion. That's the seeking of the truth. That's the clarity. It's like, on the one side, Capricorn, probably like last year, up until like the last day almost, pretty much, basically, you got to experience real, true, heart-wrenching, heartbreaking reality and truth. And that really brought you to this new place of peace and patience and clarity. And it's a balance, because sometimes you're like, okay, I know I need to be patient. I know I need to take my time. And then then there's like that moment of like, wait a second. Heart song, telepathy, inner knowing, intuition. Okay? Okay. And then we have a long way home. And there seems to be like a hot air balloon holding up this like Taj Mahal with an anchor and an elephant. Wow, very symbolic. Yeah. Oof. Okay. Yeah, that's that kind of like illusion energy plus trust your path, the anchor. What's holding you down, like not down in like a bad way, but like what's holding you stable, what's your foundation here is like, Capricorn, you're the anchor of your home. Your home represents, your family, your friends, if you have a soulmate, your soulmate, yourself. Okay. So you are the anchor. You're the leader. Like, you're the captain of this ship. You're the pathfinder. Okay. You're the compass, and you lead the way. I feel like you kind of do like resonate with Captain Jack Sparrow's character a lot, because there's that like silly, goofy, not really serious energy that you like to play with. But then there's that energy of like, okay, now I got to get down to business. And I think it's like the second movie. Yeah, I think it's the second film that he sacrifices himself so that Elizabeth and Will can be together. Okay, because that's the lover's energy. Those are the soulmates. So he's willing to give up that, I want to be in charge, I want to be the captain of this ship energy, to allow Will and Elizabeth to have like, more time, right? And to have a chance at life together. So I'm not saying make a martyr of yourself, because Three of Swords can often be misinterpreted as like, oh, it's, martyring yourself. No, don't martyr yourself, okay? Use this energy, use this past energy that you've learned from to not sacrifice yourself, not martyr yourself, but instead create a beautiful home, a beautiful anchor, a beautiful life. Okay? Because I feel you did a lot of martyring last year, Capricorns. I feel like you did a lot of self-sacrificing. Now it's your turn. Now it's your chance at happiness. Okay? The Sun, the Eight of Pentacles, it's your chance. It's your turn. Okay? And then, the hot air balloon holding up the Taj Mahal, the guy, I don't know his name, but he created the Taj Mahal for his wife. And the elephant in the room, I'm getting like an elephant in the room energy, is like there might be some sort of distortion happening. That, yes, the cups illusion again. Yeah, there's some sort of there's some sort of distortion happening where you're being asked to play the background character. You're being asked to play the martyr. You already did that last year, okay? And the universe has greatly rewarded you. Six of Pentacles. It's rewarded you greatly. It's manifested into something really beautiful here. But if you do that this year, Capricorn, and you keep martyring yourself, and you keep self-sacrificing, and you don't, I'm getting boundaries here, if you don't trust your intuition, if you don't trust your heart song, if you don't trust your telepathy and your inner knowing, you're not going to be able to have as much sun as you want, okay, metaphorically. You're not going to be able to feel as much positivity as you want. You're not going to be able to feel the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, this is your future here. I feel like I just did a past, present, future reading, and that wasn't what I said. That's not how I started. But I guess that is how it started, because you had the 10 of Wands. You know, you were carrying this heavy weight. You were carrying this heavy burden for so long, and it was just causing you so much heartache and so much pain. But you, slow but steadily, made your way to the sun, made your way to your Eight of Pentacles, made your way. And you had to have that spark of creativity. You had to have that serene haven. You had to, flames of passion here. You had to, that's the paradox of it all. Is like, why is it, like, it's so interesting how you can go from like 1 month or even a whole year even, let's be real, Capricorn, it was a whole year, really, of you martyring yourself, of you self-sacrificing yourself. And now that's all changed. And it's all going to keep changing from there. Okay, it's the year of the horse. The horse is an empath. Horses are empaths. Okay, what that means is they can feel other people's feelings. But you don't want to put your horse in harm's way. You don't want to put yourself in harm's way, because you are so sensitive to people and their feelings. Now it's time for them to get real. Now it's time for them to get sensitive on you. Like, okay, wow, I really did Capricorn dirty back then. 3 of Swords. Wow, I got to change my act. I got to change it up. They might never change. I'm just letting you know in advance. They might never change. But you get to change. And you get to adapt. And you get to survive. And better yet, you get to live. That's really the big win there, is you get to live the life you want. Okay? 3 of Pentacles. Okay, you can see this man. He's staring at the statue of this young child here, carrying a heavy basket full of, something there. Okay? That was your 10 of Swords. That was you in the past. You're looking at what your past was like here. Okay, this is you looking at your old self, the old statue of yourself, and you saw how much weight you were carrying. You saw how much burden you had. But that's in the past now. Build a shrine to it. Build a statue to it. Do what you got to do. Give yourself an award, an Oscar award, an Emmy award. The Oscar season has just passed. The Grammys have just passed. Reward yourself with that little trophy there. It's like a miniature statue. Reward yourself with all your hard work and effort. They should have an award ceremony for moms, honestly. Like, that would be a big hit. They should have a reality TV show about, like, real moms up and close, and then have a reward, like a award season, and, have an award ceremony, and, get the real reality, raw, true, like, at the core of, like, what's holding everything together are the moms, really. Okay, so 7 of Cups, illusion. Okay, we already know that because we had illusion here, the veil of illusion, and seeking the truth. And that's what you did. You sought out the truth. and it rewarded you with these cups filled with different emotions and different feelings. Think of these as relationships, and I love this saying. It's called relationships are assignments, and I think it was on one of my cards, my affirmation cards, and it's like each relationship is an assignment, okay? And you get to discover the true feelings that are there, the truth that is there. And you've done that. And then we have the Knight of Wands facing the dragon. You know, we see a young man riding on his broomstick, a wizard, like Harry Potter, you know, and he's seeing the dragon, the fierce, fiery red dragon. That's passion right there. Okay? And you want someone, and you want to be someone, Capricorn, that is not afraid of the passion. It's not afraid of the fire. It's not afraid of the creativity. Because that's really, you know, Capricorns are a cardinal sign. And like basically what that means is there is so much fire inside you. There's so much passion waiting to be like, you know, released. And this is the year to do it, Capricorns. This is the year to do it. Yeah, so let me look up Capricorn cardinal sign for you real quick. Cardinal sign meaning. Because this reading, we're coming to a close here. So basically, Capricorn is a cardinal earth sign known for its practicality, ambition, and leadership qualities, symbolizing the initiation of winter and the pursuit of stability and tradition. It means initiation and leadership. Capricorn is associated with the ability to initiate new projects, to take charge. It marks the beginning of winter, representing a time for setting foundations, preparing for the changes. That's that anchor, you know, practicality and discipline. Capricorns are known for their grounded nature and strong work ethic. They approach tasks with seriousness and focus, often prioritizing responsibility and duty over personal pleasures. This sign embodies endurance and self-discipline, making reliable leaders, focus on stability and tradition, ambition, achievement, resilience, and adversity. The energy of Capricorn is often associated with overcoming difficulties and facing challenges with strength. This sign is known for its stoicism and ability to endure hardships, making them well equipped to handle the demands of life. Okay, and and then, you know, obviously right now it's like you've done this, like you've come through Capricorn season and you've really like found a solid foundation now, and you're building on that, you know. And then we have Grove of Unity. Bind energies in the unified sanctuary of the grove, fostering interconnected harmony among all beings. Unity blooms, foster harmony and connection within your community, nurturing bonds that bring us together. Bring us together, not separate us, but bring us together. And that's Capricorn, what you're doing. Take great care, nurture yourself, prioritize well-being, and tread gently in your journey ahead. That's where that patience comes through. Be here now. Practice mindfulness to be present in the moment and gain insight. And that's what you're doing with your sun energy. Be present. Okay? Live in this present, new creative energy. Use the hours. Don't count them. All right, Capricorns. Oh, one more for you. You can do it. And soulmate. And stay true, and the star energy, stay true to your star power, stay true to your star energy. There you go. In case you're wondering, I know tarot readings are all about soulmate energy, right? At the end of the day, you can do it, you know. Got that star power, you're a star, Capricorn. Stay true. The need for validation from others is an illusion. You are not responsible for how others perceive you, but it is your responsibility to stay true to yourself, Capricorn. And you are a beast at that, okay? Let's be real, you're a beast at that. Soulmate, you have found your romantic counterpart. So you already found your person, all right, Capricorns? And there's so much beautiful energy here. Strong self-esteem, like to lead others. That's so you, Capricorns. Oh my God, that's so you. Knight of Wands. There comes your soulmate. Someone who sparks that creative passion in you. There he is. Okay, make room. It's cosmic. Oh my god, heart path. Oh my god, that's funny. Strong self-esteem, like to lead others. The love line extends directly to Jupiter Hill. This love line is straight extending to Jupiter Hill. People with this kind of palm live with lofty ideas and are leaders with strong self-esteem. That's you, Capricorn. Okay, that's you. And then we have rejuvenate yourself, know your limits, and allow them to guide you. Limitations can teach you to take better care of yourself. You have full permission to rest and say no. Say no. Okay, we know who we need to say no to, right? Life is a gift. Life is unfolding for you. So seize the day and make the most of every chance to be true to yourself and live life to the fullest. It's time to cut out all the noise. There you go. Make room. Create space to welcome positive change into your life. Let go of everything that doesn't align with the future you are creating. Yep. It's coming. Hope is on the horizon. In the face of challenges, remember that nothing lasts forever. Trust that the universe has good things in store for you. Yes, it's beautiful. And heart path. It's not worth pursuing a path without passion. The road will only lead you to uncertainty and frustration. Follow your heart, and you can't go wrong. There you go. All right, Capricorns. Love and light always. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're looking for a really good movie to watch, definitely check out Send Help, starring Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. Oh my god, it's so good. I think the director is Sam Raimi or Remy, something like that. But yeah, Send Help. It's so good. It's box office gold. I love it. I just watched it. It's just so freaking good. I love it so much. So definitely check out that movie. It's definitely worth it. All right. Thanks again for watching. Love and light always, Capricorn. Bye.